What if the next Ford Mustang didn't just continue the muscle car legacy, but completely reinvented it? Imagine a machine so aggressive, so futuristic, and so visually dramatic that people mistake it for a $1 million exotic the moment it hits the street. This is the all-new 2027 Ford Mustang Roadster concept. A machine that feels less like a traditional American muscle car and more like a glimpse into the future of high-performance automotive art. And honestly, this might be one of the wildest Mustang concepts we've ever seen. The first thing you notice is the presence. This car sits unbelievably low to the ground with a stance so wide and planted, it almost looks unreal. Every angle feels sculpted for speed. Every body line looks sharp enough to cut through the air itself. And unlike the Mustangs we've known for decades, this Roadster concept abandons convention completely. No bulky proportions. No old-school muscle shape. Instead, Ford appears to have imagined something far more emotional, exotic, and cinematic. From the front, the car instantly commands attention. The aggressive black mesh grille stretches wide across the fascia, while the illuminated Mustang emblem glows proudly at the center like a futuristic badge of power. The headlights are razor thin and deeply focused, creating an intimidating expression that feels alive even while standing still. The LED signature lighting gives the front end a high-tech personality, especially when viewed at night. It's sharp, modern, and unmistakably premium. The front splitter sits extremely low and features aggressive aerodynamic detailing inspired by hypercars and GT race machines. Large air intakes carved into the bumper hint at serious cooling performance underneath, while carbon fiber accents add a level of sophistication usually reserved for European exotics. The hood itself remains unmistakably Mustang, long, muscular, and performance-focused, but now with futuristic sculpting that transforms the classic design language into something far more advanced. But the real magic begins when you move toward the side profile. This is where the Mustang Roadster completely separates itself from anything Ford has ever built before. The body flows like liquid metal. Every curve transitions naturally into the next, creating a silhouette that feels smooth, aerodynamic, and almost concept car perfect. The absence of a traditional roofline gives the car true speedster identity, creating a sense of openness and freedom that instantly makes this Mustang feel emotional rather than simply powerful. And then there are the wheels. Massive turbine-inspired alloys dominate the visual experience and give the Roadster an almost electric hypercar personality. They look futuristic, luxurious, and brutally aggressive all at once. Combined with the widened wheel arches and ultra-low suspension setup, the car looks glued to the pavement even while parked. Behind the seats, aerodynamic humps rise smoothly into the rear deck, adding a motorsport-inspired personality that makes the Roadster look ready for Le Mans. The side mirrors are sleek and minimal, the door handles sit flush within the bodywork, and the sculpted side intakes create dramatic airflow channels that visually stretch the car even further. Honestly, this doesn't feel like a Mustang anymore. It feels like Ford secretly challenged Ferrari, Aston Martin, and Porsche to design the future of American performance, and then decided to build something even more outrageous. At the rear, the futuristic styling continues beautifully. The triple vertical taillight signature remains intact as a tribute to Mustang heritage, but now the lighting appears sharper, cleaner, and deeply integrated into the body. It preserves the DNA while evolving it into something far more modern. The rear diffuser is massive and incredibly aggressive, finished with race-inspired aerodynamic detailing that makes the entire back end look functional and purposeful. Large dual exhaust outlets hint at insane performance possibilities underneath, while the integrated active spoiler creates additional downforce without disturbing the clean design language. And this is the kind of car that changes the atmosphere around it. People wouldn't simply look at this Mustang, they'd stop walking, they'd pull out their phones. Traffic would literally slow down just to watch it pass by. Because this Roadster doesn't just look expensive, it looks unforgettable. Inside the cabin, the futuristic design philosophy becomes even more dramatic. The interior feels like a blend between a luxury grand tourer and a next-generation hypercar. Ford appears to have completely reimagined what a Mustang cockpit could become in the electric and AI-driven future. Gone are the traditional buttons and cluttered layouts. In their place sits a beautifully minimal dashboard wrapped in premium materials and dominated by an ultra-wide digital interface stretching across the cabin. The digital instrument cluster looks incredibly advanced, displaying performance data, navigation, AI driving assistance, and customizable layouts with crystal clear graphics. The infotainment system appears seamlessly integrated into the dashboard itself, creating a clean and uninterrupted visual flow. The steering wheel features a futuristic flat-bottom design with metallic detailing and performance-inspired controls positioned perfectly for spirited driving. Every touchpoint inside the cabin feels premium, from the leather-wrapped surfaces to the brushed aluminum accents and ambient lighting effects. The seats themselves are absolutely stunning. Wrapped in quilted cream and tan leather with sporty bolstering and handcrafted detailing, they create a cabin atmosphere that feels more Bentley than traditional muscle car. The open-top layout allows sunlight to flood the interior, creating a grand touring experience that feels luxurious, emotional, and deeply immersive. And because this is a futuristic concept, Ford could easily integrate advanced AI technology throughout the cabin experience. Imagine entering the car and having the system automatically recognize your driving preferences, seat position, suspension settings, climate control, ambient lighting, navigation routes, even your favorite music playlist. Everything instantly personalized before you touch a single button. Voice-controlled AI assistants could manage navigation, vehicle diagnostics, performance settings, and communication systems naturally through conversational commands. Augmented reality displays projected onto the windshield could provide speed information, lane guidance, and hazard alerts without distracting the driver. Wireless smartphone integration, over-the-air software updates, biometric access systems, facial recognition security, and immersive premium surround sound technology could transform this Mustang Roadster into a true luxury technology flagship. And yet, despite all this futuristic innovation, the emotional heart of the Mustang still feels present. Because beneath the technology and exotic styling lies one thing Mustang fans care about more than anything else: performance. Now officially, Ford hasn't confirmed any production specifications because this appears to be a high-end concept render, rather than a real production model. But if Ford ever decided to bring something like this to life, the possibilities become extremely exciting. One possibility is a twin turbocharged hybrid V8 powertrain producing somewhere between 800 and 900 horsepower. That setup would allow Ford to preserve the emotional sound and character Mustang fans love, while also delivering next-generation acceleration and efficiency. Imagine hearing a thunderous American V8 combined with instant electric torque, launching this Roadster from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in under 3 seconds. That's hypercar territory. Another possibility is a fully electric performance platform inspired by Ford's aggressive EV strategy. In that scenario, this Mustang could feature dual or even tri-motor all-wheel drive technology, delivering insane traction, instant acceleration, and precise torque vectoring capabilities. With advanced battery technology and lightweight construction materials, this futuristic Roadster could potentially achieve over 600 kilometers of range while still delivering performance levels capable of challenging the world's best sports cars. Top speed? Easily above 320 kilometers per hour. And thanks to active aerodynamics, adaptive suspension systems, rear-wheel steering, and intelligent all-wheel drive management, the handling characteristics could completely redefine what people expect from an American performance car. This wouldn't simply be a straight-line muscle machine anymore. This could become a true world-class grand touring supercar. And that changes everything. Because for decades, European brands have dominated the premium performance conversation. Ferrari represents passion. Porsche represents engineering perfection. Aston Martin represents elegance. Mercedes-AMG represents luxury power. But what if Ford entered that same conversation with a Mustang capable of combining all four identities into one machine? That's exactly why this concept feels so important. It represents the possibility of Mustang evolving beyond its traditional role and becoming something globally aspirational. Not just a muscle car, not just an American icon, but a genuine exotic performance flagship capable of competing emotionally and technologically with the best cars on Earth. Technology and safety would also play a major role in making this Roadster feel truly futuristic. Advanced driver assistance systems could include AI-powered adaptive cruise control, predictive collision avoidance, automated parking systems, lane centering technology, blind spot monitoring, emergency braking assistance, and real-time road condition analysis. The car could continuously monitor traffic patterns, weather conditions, tire grip levels, and driver behavior to optimize performance and safety dynamically in real time. And because modern buyers increasingly expect luxury alongside performance, Ford would likely focus heavily on comfort as well. Magnetic adaptive suspension systems could instantly adjust ride quality depending on road conditions. Active noise cancellation technology could create a calm, grand touring atmosphere during highway cruising. Climate-controlled seats, premium massage functionality, and personalized ambient experiences could elevate long-distance driving into something genuinely special. This is where the Mustang Roadster becomes more than just transportation. It becomes an experience. And honestly, that's exactly what modern luxury buyers want now. Speed alone isn't enough anymore. Buyers crave emotion. They want exclusivity. They want technology. They want a vehicle that reflects personality and ambition. This concept delivers all of that. Now let's talk about the market impact, because this is where things become truly interesting. If Ford actually produced a Mustang Roadster like this, it could completely reshape public perception of the Mustang brand itself. Traditional fans would still recognize the iconic DNA through the lighting signature, muscular proportions, and emotional driving spirit. But new luxury buyers who previously ignored American performance cars might suddenly start paying attention, especially younger high-income buyers who care about design, innovation, and futuristic identity. This Roadster could attract people who currently shop for Porsche 911 turbos, Mercedes AMG SLs, Aston Martins, or even entry-level Ferraris. And because Ford has such powerful global brand recognition, the impact could spread rapidly across international markets. The United States would obviously become the primary market, but demand would likely explode in places like Dubai, Europe, China, and other luxury-focused regions, where exotic styling and high-performance grand touring vehicles continue growing in popularity. Pricing would probably reflect that positioning too. If this concept ever entered production, expect pricing somewhere between $150,000 and $220,000 depending on drivetrain, materials, and technology packages. That would place it directly into premium exotic territory. And honestly, people would still buy it because exclusivity creates desire, especially when the design looks this dramatic. Limited production numbers, customizable interiors, exclusive launch editions, and performance upgrades could easily turn the Mustang Roadster into a collector's dream. Some buyers wouldn't even purchase it for speed. They'd buy it simply because it looks like the future parked in their garage. And that's the true power of this concept. It makes people dream again. In an automotive world increasingly filled with similar-looking crossovers and predictable electric vehicles, this Mustang Roadster reminds enthusiasts why they fell in love with cars in the first place. It's emotional, it's dramatic, it's unapologetically bold. Even if it never reaches production exactly like this, the design direction alone sends a powerful message about where Ford performance could go in the coming years. More futuristic, more emotional, more luxurious, more global. And if Ford truly wants the Mustang brand to survive and evolve for future generations, concepts like this may actually represent the perfect direction forward. Because the automotive industry is changing faster than ever before. Electric technology is reshaping performance. AI systems are redefining driving experiences. Younger buyers care more about design and digital integration than raw engine size alone. And luxury brands are increasingly competing through emotion and visual identity rather than just horsepower numbers. This Roadster understands that future perfectly. It combines classic Mustang emotion with next-generation imagination in a way that feels believable, exciting, and visually unforgettable. The biggest question now is simple. Should Ford actually build this car? Because if they do, the future of Mustang may become far more exciting than anyone expected. And honestly, after seeing this concept, it's hard not to want that future immediately. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the futuristic 2027 Ford Mustang Roadster concept, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the future of automotive design. And now we want to hear from you. Would you actually choose this futuristic Mustang over a Porsche, Ferrari, or Aston Martin? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next one.